All right, welcome to another beautiful day in Hawaii. This is day 67. So I'm just kind of go this way real quick. Show you how beautiful the mud is. And I don't know if I waited too long to put this in the ground, but supposedly I've been told that if you take a pineapple and you eat it, you take and you cut it and you just stick it in the ground. So here's our first pineapple plant on our property. Where we're staying at has four or five spots of a lot of them. We decided to take our long wall and cut it into a couple little parts to make it easier to move. We got the corner up, so we'll go over there in a second. And we've had a couple of days of nice sunshine, so we've had a lot of draining. There's Lenny, still doing good. The two coconuts. The bird of paradise. I don't remember. I think that's the avocado. And there's the lime. There's our banana. And I don't remember. Lemon. We got too many plants. That's George. So as those plants grow, because papayas only have a little pom-pom on top, so as it grows out the top with more leaves, and then as it grows up, the lower ones start to wither and die. So these are all little spots where little branches were out. It's kind of like the palm trees, and that's what's going on with the banana over there, and the reason why the leaves look so bad is because as the top grows, the bottom leaves die out. So there's a partial wall up and a partial wall up. We can't get up any higher because there's no platform. So we finally come to the conclusion that we need a platform. And we just have to bite the bullet and do it in stages. There's an orchid growing. And you can just kind of see there's little grass just growing all over the place in all this sludge and mud. So there we go. There's two corners. Or there's one corner. So there you can see the roof slope. And then the pearls are going to shoot down and cover up all this area out to here. So it's going to be free hanging. Yesterday we made our second attempt at standing up a wall, which failed miserably. And this wall went up, went 90, perched at 90, and the tethers we had on the bottom to keep it on this little channel, the hooks released, and then the whole wall just shot sideways, came over the top and landed flat on the deck. And the main damage, let me walk over here because there's too much friggin' mud. So the main damage is that top channel right there. It got kind of bent and twisted a little bit whenever it landed. But that meets that one up there. And then there's a 8-inch channel that goes all the way across this entire front area. So we'll be able to line up those holes, bolt everything up, hit it with the hammer a couple of times, call it good. Oh yeah, we put pieces of wood out here so we can walk across. What I'm trying to get to is over here. where I don't step on this panel because we've just exposed it. And what I learned after I put this one up is that the bottom corner here sits inside that channel, and we got holes at the top, but as you can see, that top channel doesn't fit. So I learned that you know, 2D CAD versus 3D World, whenever I get those holes in, I have to notch that outer flange up there because it will hit the channel on top too, and it's hitting that. So we need the ladder, we need a platform to be able to get up there and notch that. And speaking of platform, there's our first panel of the metal decking that goes on, and we got the outer lines measured so we can attach it, and we're going to go pick up some hex head for the screws and pick up a couple of sheets of plywood so we can put it on top so we can work and walk and move it around, because I don't want it to, you know, if we get all the plywood on and it rains, it's going to ruin the plywood. But that way we can slide the plywood around when we go to stand up walls and stuff, and have access to it. And yeah, I think we need to get a ladder so we can put a sheet of plywood, climb up to the top, get to the top, notch that, bolt it in, and then we can drop these lines. And yeah, that's why that wall's kicking out, because we got the tether on there. And yeah, we need to loosen it up, straighten it up, and then notch that, and we're good to go. So that's it. But yeah, you see how much it's drained. This is the first time we've seen ground over here, all that little mud in the center. But yeah, 2 days without rain, and the water levels dropped an incredible amount. This whole thing was underwater a couple of days ago. Now it's all halfway dried out. So that's it for the day. We'll be back out tomorrow. I think Sunday we're going to go swimming in the ocean to, you know, try to relax a little bit. Both Alex and I have red marks across our foreheads from trying to move the mezzanine beams with our bodies, you know, and the mezzanine doesn't want to move, so our heads and our necks get crushed. But that's all the fun of ducking and weaving. Mom says we need to get hard hats, and well, I suggested bicycle helmets, and she just kind of hung up on me laughing. So that's it for the day. Have a good night.